Kyle's on here. Noah. Naveen. Alfredo. And Eric. And Jordan. And Tarragon. All you guys, come on up. Anyone else I'm missing back there? Okay, a word about the junior bantams. At the beginning of the year, we had high hopes for these guys. This is about as talented a group as I've been associated with. We're going on 5 years, my family involved in community football. 4 of those were with Vancouver. We moved over to Burnaby. We thought it was a better opportunity for our sons, and we're grateful for the opportunity. I think this is probably the best group of kids that I've been involved with, and we went 4-5 on the season, which is respectable for, from what I understand, previous records with the JV team. We went to the playoffs, which is another accomplishment. Give these guys a hand. I can honestly say that there wasn't a game throughout the season where we didn't leave the field with our heads held high. These guys left it out on the field. We got challenged by some of the top tier teams, and the scoreboard would indicate otherwise, but we hung in there with the very top of the very elite of the league. And we have a group of kids here that could play on any of those teams any day of the week. We came from the doghouse to respectability, and these guys deserve a lot of credit, so give them a hand.
I just like to say to the players that I appreciated them grafting me into the team and letting me practice and play with them. They kept me in shape. I shared their victories and losses with them, and I had a blast. Appreciate it, you guys.
We're going to start off with the Junior Bantam Most Inspirational, and we established this award largely due to the performance of a kid that really brought his game to another level this season. He was our youngest player. He was asked to play in a very challenging position. He handled the ball every snap, and he held his own when he was outweighed by a good 40 to 50 pounds against any opponent that we faced. Matt Rode. This next category, linemen, obviously, as a previous coach has mentioned, these are the workhorses of any team. They're asked to play in the trenches, which is probably the most challenging position. You're doing hand-to-hand combat virtually every play, and for the most part, that effort goes unnoticed. But there were 2 kids on the team that actually caught the attention. I must add, by the way, all of these selections were made by the team themselves. The coaches didn't get involved in the process, other than making some guidance and some suggestions. But these awards were nominated by the team themselves. We had a very close contest in this category, and it came down to one player's performance on defense as giving him the nod over a tremendous football player who was also in the running. Noah, you were in the running, Noah, and you were amongst the favorites to win the category, but the final nod went to Kyle Morris, and he's at the BC Lions game today, so big hand for Kyle. Also a big hand for Noah.
Good job, Noah.
This is another category that recognizes performances that usually go unnoticed, and you know, it goes to a player who's in a position that, for the most part, you know, they fill in where we ask them to, and they're a jack of all trades. This kid just shone in every position that we asked him to play. He was undersized, but his heart was probably the biggest on the team, and his performance on offense in particular, with some of the circus catches he made, were incredible. Coltrane Banbury.
You should have threw the word at him. See if you really could catch it. Catch it.
Yeah.
The next category goes to a player who started the year with tremendous potential and really came into his own by about mid-season. Has all the tools to be a great one, and you can expect to hear a lot from this kid in the coming years. For his first year of football, he was an outstanding addition to the team. Ended the season with a bang, was virtually in on, you know, all the biggest plays on defense, and filled in a tremendous role on offense on the line. Carlo DeCoste.
I guess that's the new tie these days.
What was that for offense? What did he get?
Defense.
Next player, you know, I can't really say much other than the power involved in some of the contact he made was unparalleled. I think there's not a member on the team who wouldn't recognize Reuben as the hardest hitter on defense.
John Reuben.
Offense, again, a first-year player. This kid just stepped up. We asked him to play the top position on the team. Entered that position as if he had been playing for years. He's a total natural. Another kid you're going to be hearing about for years to come, Joseph Sinisauji. All right, and the best of the best. You know, an outstanding athlete. You know, I had heard rumors about this kid when we first started the season from Coach Mike. Tough as nails, fastest kid on the team, amongst the fastest in the league, Dominic Winter.
John Dominic.
Yeah, well, let's give these guys a hand.
I didn't get a picture.
Hi everyone. My name is Shane Gonzalez. I'm the head coach of the Adam team. This is Peter. He was just up. He played a really big part in helping me coach. It's my first year.
Hold on, Shane. Hold on. Guys, you can't hear him.
Thank you.
Yeah, like I was saying, is Coach Peter here. He made it really easy. He played a big part in helping me coach. It's my first year coaching, but most importantly, these kids made it just a joy for me to coach. I gotta say, they are the toughest kids I've ever met. Like it's unbelievable, these kids. So I'd like to introduce you to them. First of all, Jude Buchanan. Laredo Siniscalchi. Lucas Santa Lucia. Christian White. Sean Morgan. Michael Anisofsky. Noah Tapp. Sorry. No. Elias Gonzalez. Gregory Puckrin Dancy.
Not here.
Nicola Barba. Elijah Banbury. Emmanuel Long. Alright guys. Like I said, it's my first year coaching. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of these kids' first year playing. We're a really small team, as you can tell. But like I said, these kids are the toughest kids I've ever met. They played both sides of the ball the whole season. We had 12 kids show up for every single game. They barely had breaks. They never got injured. There was, a couple tears here and there, but no injuries. But I gotta say, I just like to give them a round of applause just on how tough these kids are. The first award here is for most improved. The reason we chose this as coaches is because this individual, he really had a tough start to the season, but you know what? He stuck in there, and by the end of the season, he really built up his confidence. So I'd like to present this to Noah Tapp.
Arthur, are you talking to him?
This next award I'd like to introduce for MVP lineman. This kid, it's unreal. I mean, it's not the most exciting, glamorous position, but this individual really made it exciting. He'd be on the line and he'd somehow chase a guy all the way down to the 5-yard line and make a tackle. He really put his all into everything. He was really consistent with what he does, and I'd like to present this to Christian White.
Is that ever?
This next award is for MVP on defense. Again, this kid was very consistent in what he did. He put his all into everything. Everything he did, the tackles he made, he put his all into it, and he's really consistent. He kept getting better and better and better. I'd like to present this to Jude Buchanan. Sorry?
Can you redo the picture?
No, my camera went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm the only one that.
Thanks, Sabrina. Thank you.
This next award is for MVP, most valuable player offensive. Again, consistency was a big thing with these kids. They put their all in it, no matter what happened, how hard they got hit. They're always out there saying they want to improve themselves. They were always getting up, even after the biggest tackle, even after they got just laid out there. It takes 1 second, they get up and let's do it again. Yeah, he was really consistent in his gains. We had a tough season, but I'd like to present this award to Elias Gonzalez. This last award is it's just MVP of just MVP. This kid really stuck out. He really stepped up. He had a lot of responsibility. he really presented himself really well out there on the field. He kept his composure. He was a good leader for the team. The reason we chose this, the MVP, is he was just a standout. He's 8 years old. He's coming back next year to Adam. So I'm going to present this to Laredo. That's
so cute.
Give all these kids a round of applause. Thank you to Coach Peter. Like I said, it was my first year. He really helped me out. There's another coach too, Anton, who really helped me out through the season. It was a really tough season, guys, but it was such a pleasure to coach you guys. I hope all you guys come back next year. You guys are just getting better and better as football players, and I know you guys you're strong, you believe in yourselves, and keep believing in yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Shane.
Just a word about Coach Shane. If it were not for Coach Shane's commitment, it's guaranteed that there would not have been an Adam team this year. There was no one willing to step up and take on that responsibility, so let's give it to him.
I think so.
Okay, we've got 2 more awards, and these are not team awards. These are awards from the association. I was fortunate in being able to watch every team multiple times. I think I saw every team play at least 4 times. I was able to see what goes on in practice. I was able to see the kids that kind of brought it to a new level. I got to see sacrifices by kids, and that's what this whole game's about. This kid, this is a leadership award, and this represents what you really need to put into this game to make it happen. And this is actually a midget player. This is a midget player who was about to play a game in Maple Ridge that actually got forfeited because we didn't have enough players. But this is a player that represents the heart and determination not only on the field, but in this case off the field in order to get on the field, that I think exemplifies what I would hope every Burnaby Lion would be. This is a young man who I've known for, I think, 4 years now. I think I'm lucky to have a kid like that in my life. This is a kid who drove 14 hours to make that game and didn't get to play. His heart and soul goes into every game, every practice, okay? This award, the first Burnaby Minor Football Leadership Award, goes to Nico Ray. Award is the no, that's actually it's the most valuable player for the Burnaby Minor Football Association. As I said, I've been able to see every team in its good times and its bad times. The Adam team, for instance, they never had more than 12 players, and sometimes they had 12 bodies and 11 players, or 12 bodies and 10 players. Kids were sick but would show up. They couldn't play, but they would stand on the side and count. Okay? So that was amazing. Then I would see at midget. I would see guys, midget's real tough. I mean, these are young men. They're way closer to men than they are to boys. But they hit like men. And sometimes there was a game where I think we had 18 real players and 2 injured. You know, and they were out there, and they had a fantastic game, right? And then the Bantams. Bantams faced some adversity, but they kept at it. Heck, I mean, one game, I think more than half the team was injured. The Pee-wees, same thing. Always they were facing older, bigger teams. But there was the junior bantams. Morgan, could you wait? Wait a minute. See, Marty, he doesn't listen. There was one kid on the junior bantams who represents what football's about. The late, great Vince Lombardi would say, people tell you that football's about a lot of things, running and passing and catching. It's not. It's about two things. It's about blocking and it's about tackling, plain and simple. And this kid has got them both in spades. This kid is going to be a player at the highest level provincially in a couple years. He was first year junior bantam player. He was 12 years old. He's a huge leader. I got to see him and I thought, boy, if every team had 3 or 4 of those, we'd be far into the playoffs. The most valuable player for Burnaby minor football for 2011 is Reuben Buchanan. Okay, now 2 things just before we get to dessert. And this I just want to say, this is a prototype. It's the only one alive.